The morning sunlight filtered through the tall oak trees that lined Willow Creek, casting soft golden patterns over the quiet town. For most of the residents, it was just another day. But for Sarah Miller, it was the day her life would begin to change again, 1 year after the disappearance of her younger sister, Emily. Sarah stood on her porch, holding a cup of coffee that had long gone cold. The memories of that day haunted her, the frantic calls, the sleepless nights, the endless flyers. Emily had gone missing without a trace. One moment she was heading to a friend's art show downtown, the next, her phone went dark, and so did their family's world. Their parents, Robert and Linda Miller, had tried to move forward, but nothing truly filled the silence Emily left behind. Sarah, who was just 25, had made it her mission to find her. For months she searched every lead, every rumor, every possibility, even when people told her to let go. But she couldn't, she wouldn't. One day, as Sarah returned from work at the local library, she found a small envelope on her doorstep. No postage, no address, just her name in delicate handwriting. Inside was a folded photograph of Emily, older, thinner, but undeniably her, standing near a mural Sarah didn't recognize. On the back were the words, "She remembers." Sarah's heart raced. She took the photo to the police, but they dismissed it as another cruel prank. "We can't verify the timeline," the officer said, tapping the photo. "But we'll keep it on file." Sarah left the station frustrated but not defeated. Something deep inside told her Emily was alive. She spent that night researching murals across nearby cities until she found it, a massive painting of a dove in flight on the side of an art center in Ashton Springs, 2 hours away. The next morning, Sarah packed her bag, grabbed Emily's old locket from the dresser, and hit the road. The drive was long and filled with memories, Emily singing off-key, her infectious laugh, the smell of paint from her art projects. Tears blurred Sarah's vision as she whispered, "Hold on, Em. I'm coming." When she reached Ashton Springs, she parked near the mural. The dove was just as vivid as the photo. She looked around, her pulse pounding, scanning every passerby. There was no sign of Emily. But then a woman with a bright blue scarf walked by, holding a small basket of paints. Sarah froze. It was her. For a moment, time seemed to stop. Sarah ran forward, her voice trembling, "Emily." The woman turned, startled. Her eyes widened, and for a brief moment, confusion flickered across her face, then recognition. "Sarah." The sisters embraced tightly, both crying, unable to speak. Back at a small cafe, Emily explained everything. She had been in an accident that night, losing her memory after a car swerved off the road and into a ravine. A local couple, Tom and Grace Allen, found her unconscious and took her in. Without ID or recollection, Emily started anew, volunteering at the art center, painting murals that somehow felt familiar. One day, while organizing old supplies, she found a news clipping with her own missing poster. The memories started flooding back, her home, her sister, the laughter. That's when she had the photo taken and sent it to the only address she could remember, Sarah's. Back in Willow Creek, their reunion brought tears to everyone's eyes. Neighbors gathered to celebrate Emily's return. Linda held both daughters close, whispering prayers of gratitude. Robert, usually stoic, wiped tears silently. Emily's recovery wasn't instant. The trauma had left gaps in her memory, but her family stood by her. Sarah never left her side. Slowly, through therapy and love, Emily began painting again. Each brushstroke helped her reclaim her past and rebuild her future. Months later, at a town art exhibition, Emily unveiled her new piece, a large canvas showing two sisters holding hands under a dove-filled sky. The title read, "Home Found Again." When Sarah saw it, she cried openly, not from sadness but from gratitude. Life had taught her that hope, no matter how fragile, could light the darkest path. Emily stood beside her and smiled. "You never gave up on me." Sarah squeezed her hand. "And I never will." The audience applauded as the sisters hugged once more, a moment frozen in time. That evening, as the sun set over Willow Creek, the Miller family sat on their porch, together at last. The air was filled with laughter, soft music, and the scent of wildflowers Emily had picked from the garden. Sarah looked at the stars and whispered to herself, "Sometimes, the people we lose aren't truly gone. They're just finding their way back home."